The intro you want?
Some days we talking life, some days we talking love, some days we asking how we still ain't got it figured out, but that's the beauty of the journey. We keep showing up, dropping gems, cracking jokes, man, we leveled up. No filters, no fronts, just the truth. We reflect two men, bringing wisdom with respect. Real questions, real laughs, real moments we collect, and we share it with the world before we forget. All right, y'all. Real life, real advice. Real conversations. This is before we forget. Let's get into the question of the day.
Welcome back to the podcast where I'm Duran.
I'm Mike.
And this is Before We Forget. Man, y'all comment down below and let us know how y'all think that intro went.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love that intro though. I know you could see me like they can't see me, but you could see me and I'll be over here jamming when that intro coming in. Hey, you put it down with that intro pause.
But you wrote it. I just put live actions to it.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Another week, another beautiful day.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Today we in Kansas City, Kansas, and I want y'all to know that we didn't get hit with the storm. Mind you, the part we in really didn't get hit with a storm. It's just cold.
I've been out in it all day. It felt like all day, and just got home and felt like, hey, let's get out here, get on this podcast. I've been thinking of some stuff, and I think I got some stuff for y'all too.
Okay. What you got for us?
Well, let's start off with a would you rather.
Would you rather?
So, would you rather
Would I rather
love someone who needs you or someone who chooses you every single day?
I'm gonna let you answer that first.
I wasn't ready for that.
Plot twist.
I don't need somebody to need me. I think I'd want somebody to choose me. They're making a conscious decision to love me and to choose me and to say that this is the person I want to be with. Not I'm here because I need this person for what they provide to
me. Interesting. Okay, give me a little bit more on that. Why is that important to you?
It comes back to like the respect. Like we here, and out of respect, we shouldn't be in this relationship to use each other for what we need. Right? If it's something that you need, you should be able to figure it out and fix that yourself before you get into a relationship. You shouldn't be with me just because you need to be with me or because you need something that I'm providing. Well, now there's going to be some needs in there. There's going to be some emotional needs and things like that, but that shouldn't be the reason that you love me is because you need me for these things, because the same things that I provide, there's billions of people on this earth. Somebody else can provide the exact same thing that I provide. And what happens the day that you meet that person? Does that need for me disappear? But when you wake up and you choose me every day, when you're making a conscious decision that this is the person I want to be with, this is the person I love, this is the person that I want to spend my life with, that's a different feeling. What about yourself?
Oh, no, it's totally a different feeling. However, I get to be you today. There are people who are in relationships specifically because they need somebody. And it might not have started out that way. Sometimes they might have started out choosing this individual. And over time, because you got comfortable and complacent, you ended up needing that person because you couldn't get away. You can't live life without them. So you end up shacking up or being in a house or being in a relationship. You see it all the time where you either have kids, you don't. There's the commitment. There's the halfway in, halfway out. It's like, I love you. I got feelings for you. I got love in my heart, but I really don't want to be with you. So therefore, it makes it easier to be with you because I need you. So I need you because you got the car or the car is in your name. I need you because you make the most money. I could do something on my own. I have some things, but without you, I don't have the complete picture. and unfortunately, we live in a society where that's real big right now.
Yeah.
We don't have the luxury of someone choosing you. And when you say choose, you got to remember that the whole pick me mentality is literally making fun of someone wanting to be chosen and be a wife, or to excuse me, to be a wife. Or you can even say a husband. Husbands don't have the pick me mentality; it's mainly meant for women. But women
Mm,
are literally teasing other women for wanting to be chosen to be in a relationship, to be looked at as a symbol of hope or womanhood, essentially. And to me, that's backwards. I feel like women should have a pick me mentality. If you look back in earlier generations, women were all about setting the standard. You know, they picked the lane, they stayed in it, and they kept moving forward. It wasn't meant to oppress or shackle women in a sense, but I feel like over time that's kind of what it turned into. So then women try to find their own identity. So then when you apply that to relationships, it's like, well, I don't need a man because X, Y, and Z. But then in the end, nobody want to be alone, right?
right.
A lot of people say they do, but then when their friends or people that they associate with don't answer the phone, it's that sense of loneliness and life setting in. So I do want somebody who wants to choose to be with me, not that you forced or we have an obligation. So obligation is parents. To me, that's not an obligation because I don't want to ever co-parent. So that was never an option for me. Co-parenting would just be absolute disaster because I just don't play about my kids. And you got two different people living two different lives trying to raise a kid. That's besides the point. Definitely want somebody to choose me. Today's day and age, that's the word for the day. Today's day and age is they would call me sassy because I'm a man. I show my feelings. I don't like cry and complain a lot, but I need to be heard and I need to be seen. I need to feel like you love me. I don't need that subtle mentality like, oh, go clean the house or go wash the dishes or something like that. That's who think I can do that. I don't need you for that, but I do need you to respect my position as a man. I need that from you to function.
So, do you think a woman would prefer like a man who needs her or a man who wakes up and chooses her?
I would say needs only because I'm in firm belief that women 100% dwell in their feelings, which is something else they try to cast off. We in an age where they casting off the things that defines what a woman is because they feel like it labels them and puts them in a box as a symbol of weak, and it's not. Women are supposed to be natural born healers and caregivers because life comes through them. Life comes from us. The life seed goes with them, and they nurture. And that's what they do. That's natural. But for some reason, we trying to break out of this like it's not happening every single day, like it don't exist. So for me, I'm gonna just say they need somebody to do that. They do a lot of things out of need and necessity, not because they chose it. Men do it because they choose to, and so that's why if you apply choosing and then like, oh well, why did X, Y, and Z cheat on so and so, and it's because he chose to do that, not because he needed to do it. And as brutal as it sounds, that's just what it is. I cannot explain it any other way because I'm a man. So me saying it, I'm mansplaining at this point because, like, well, he went to talk to her. Oh, because she got this and she got that. No, he had an urge, took care of the urge, but he can 100% still be with you and want to be with you and be in that commitment with you. And you might not feel that way. Keyword is feel because of what he did. So the action caused you to feel that way. So now you're dealing in your feelings. So then they would try to flip it around and say, "But what if a woman did that?" Well, when women do that, what's the first thing a woman go to the dude and do? She show him emotions. Now that dude got feelings.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like more than anything, like a woman don't want a man who needs them.
I would only agree with that in the context that they try to label women as gold diggers. Not all women is gold diggers, so they don't need us to live. You're right.
Well, I
However,
think you're looking at it differently. I think you're saying They want a man who needs the woman. But I'm saying, do a woman want a man who needs that woman? Like, in order for him to feel like a man or be a man, he needs her.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I stand by that. Yeah, 100%. I was right in that thing.
You
Yeah,
think women want that type
they
of man?
definitely do. This is some good drink. This is water, y'all. Don't get it twisted.
I feel like women want a man who chooses them. What's the saying? There's 10 women for every man in the world right now. And so by a man choosing that woman every single day, he's showing her where he want to be, what his priorities are. I mean, that's what the ring's about, right?
Well, I told you I get to be you today.
When you gave your wife her ring, you chose her.
Yeah, I did, but I'm you today. So no, that's not how that works. Because you can give a woman the world, and she's still gonna require something of you. She's still gonna second guess your choices. She's still gonna question whether you leading her in the right direction. And you could be the greatest man of all time, straight and narrow, never did nothing wrong, don't be in the streets, come home, handle your responsibilities. There's always gonna be a slight hint of control because they're not content, because they're dealing their feelings.
So
and
you tell me Coretta Scott King questioned Martin Luther King Jr.
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Now we ain't see a lot of that.
You telling me she was like, it better not have been about Mary.
Look, when he told her what that was, she sat him down, said Luther. See, this ain't Martin. She said Luther. Sat him down in the kitchen, and she gave him a thorough talking to make sure she had the picture and the vision straight, and make sure he saw what he saw. That's all. That's all it was. That's all. I'm just saying they do that. Ain't an attack on women. That's just what it is. You could give a woman 100% of the plan anyway, and she's still gonna question you. You could provide a floor for the woman to say something to you, and she's still gonna question you. Am I saying that you're not supposed to be questioned?
Or is it a clarification?
Nah, it's a question. It's 100% doubt. Every time, every man experiences this. Everybody, every man, and it hurts because to the man, it's like, okay, I know sometimes we ain't got it all together, and we like to catch what I like to call unga boonga. It's the caveman mentality. We not the smartest, but we got something going on up there enough to function for us. So when you apply other people, it can get a little sticky. So yes, question, but question on an equal footing. Don't question me and make me feel lesser.
I feel like sometimes it's just the anxiety in them. Like they just want to. It's that feeling of being safe.
But why do you have
questions come when they're placed in positions where maybe our decisions don't make them feel safe?
But see, that's the problem, because you married and took vows with the understanding that the man is the head, correct?
Correct.
So if you didn't have a head on your shoulders, where would your body go?
Exactly. But just because you have a head does not mean that that communication ain't always the same, right? She can't read his mind, he can't read her mind. So when he's trying to lead one way and she's not seeing what that vision is, she's gonna ask the question.
Exactly.
Why are we headed this way? And when your response is shut up and follow me, because
hold up. I ain't say that. I didn't say shut up and follow me. I said they gonna question you. That's a whole nother conversation.
Okay. So when they question you, when that response is frustration because they're questioning you when they should just be walking with you, right? Trusting you.
Question me in the sense that I know that you asking because you're trying to help further the agenda or the plan that I laid out before you. If you see something that needs to be amended, you have 100% grounds to say something, speak, and do so. However, do not nag me. Do not ask me questions when I provided you a solid frame and you understood what I said, and then you making me repeat myself, because then it makes me not feel confident in the direction I'm going. So, like, you telling us to validate them, or is it a clarification? They need to watch the tone of that. And hey, women gonna feel how they feel about it, but that's just what it is. If you ask me to do something, or I'm doing something for us, or leading the family in a certain direction, or I'm telling you something, I need you to be there with me and support me, just like I'm gonna support you. Men easily support women, and I say that lightly only because me and you come from a different cloth. I've seen you do it, you seen me do it. We support our wives, we push them, we guide them when they're scared, we talk to them, we encourage them, we remind them of who they are, we keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at other relationships, you might not see that where the man is so forthcoming and the feelings. It's like it's whatever you figure it out. Whatever you figure out, I show up. You tell me where to be. Now, I don't like that aspect of a relationship like that, but we want that same thing. So if I'm telling you this is how we gonna get here, this is how we got this, I put this here, and then you turn around and ask me, well, why do we put that there? Or why do we have that? Why do we have this? I just told you the plan. So how did you not know? Because you wasn't listening. Because you was correcting me in your head, and now you questioning me verbally. And so now I'm like, dang, well maybe that ain't right. Do that if it ain't right. But if
So her questioning sometimes makes you second guess if you even going the right way.
yeah, a woman's questioning makes a man like think twice about his decision when it was right the whole time. And then when stuff started going wrong, now we got to have these subdivision plans to help fix what was already planned out. It was already laid out. So that's why I said women need somebody to be there. They need a man to want them. And they say they don't. But then how do you get a baby if you didn't need a man to be there? You didn't make the baby by yourself.
I mean,
How do you get in these situations if you don't need somebody to be there with you?
that's semantics.
That's not semantics.
Yeah.
That's just common sense. Because a man is very simple. You can use a few things to make a man happy. Literally, you can have the smallest space. He need a minimum 8 things to be cool.
But I say it's semantics because you could say that in the same aspect, a man needs a woman because he can't have a baby without her.
I mean, duh, for that. But I'm saying, like, do we need them to be in our presence 24/7, or you need somebody to be there? Some men do, and that's why you have dudes that got a revolving door of women that just come in and out. Like it's one girl after another, like calling back to back to back to back. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to live that life. Now, the debauchery side of me would, because we all got a debauchery side. However,
I
don't want to deal with that because just dealing with one is enough. You want to deal with 10 of them in a day?
I'm in a house full of women, and yeah, no.
I'm not finna do that. Nah, my heart gonna blow up. I'm not built for that.
What
However,
else you got for us today, man?
from that, we can go over to our segment we like to call relationship status. So my relationship status question is interesting, and I'm gonna go ahead and read that to you since you started us off. And as do women prefer a man with motion? What I mean by motion is, do women want a man that other women desire or want to be with?
Yes.
Why?
I don't think it's just women. I think it's all the way around. But if we want to focus just on the women aspect, I don't think anybody wants to be with somebody that's undesirable.
What's wrong with that?
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
With somebody being undesirable?
Mm-hmm.
That
Undesirable don't mean you ugly. It just means that
right. No, I didn't say ugly. I say undesirable because it could be a personality deficiency. It could
right.
be you just lazy. It could be a bunch of things that make you undesirable. But if nobody wants this person, why would you want this person?
Because solidarity. You might have a different interest than everybody else.
No.
There's many ways to get into a building. We don't all go in the front door.
Exactly. But when the back door is locked and every door of that building is locked, you ain't gonna be like, all right, I really want to get inside this building, so let me start chipping away at the wall. Like, you're gonna be like, hey, if this whole building locked up, why am I trying to get in here when there's a building right next door that has heat, and I ain't got to be out in this cold ass weather. If that man is undesirable for whether it's looks, whether it's personality, whether it's he don't have the resources, whether he's emotionally unavailable, he is undesirable to other women, and more than likely he's undesirable to that person as well.
That's reaching.
Nobody want to be with that.
You reaching. You see this? You reaching. You reaching for the stars.
I'm not reaching.
You are reaching because when undesirable, that means that you want somebody to yourself. They ain't got to be ugly or not have nobody. But I say for the women, because I didn't want to include the men. I think women have to have somebody that can attract other women to them. Because you're right, they're not going to be with you. To this day, I stick to that story where when we was in middle school, I tried to talk to one of my little crushes I had, and the only reason that she didn't talk to me, not that I had nothing going on, I was a bad kid or ugly or like that, whatever you want to call it. She said it's because I was too nice. What does that mean? We are in middle school. You telling a dude that a young man that he too nice? Well, like I was trying to do nothing crazy, just hold your hand, middle school stuff. Like carry your books or something, walk with you to class. Nothing crazy, but tell somebody they too nice. So what have you gone through where somebody was too nice for you? Or you just felt like nobody else didn't want to talk to me. So like I ain't trying to do that. That's absolutely crazy.
Here's the thing though, like when we look at middle school, that's one thing. I'm talking about like middle school, there's still like time for a glow up period. When we look at a grown person, when you're a grown up out here dating and you're undesirable to women, to men, to whoever you're trying to attract. That says a lot more about you.
No, I know that's middle school, but I'm saying like that example stayed with me because it was showing me the mentality that I was going to later face by talking to women. So that wasn't the only time I got rejected. I got rejected a lot. For as many girlfriends as I had, I actually got rejected quite a lot. And so at the end of the day, I'm like, well, shoot, I know it ain't me because I'm chilling. I'm a good dude. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here like that. But then to see what they chose other than me was like, oh, okay, I see. So you want to be in danger. You want to be like that. So maybe they felt like, I don't know. Maybe they felt like I ain't had no pool. But on top of that, when I got a girlfriend, you was there. When I got a girlfriend, what started happening? Everybody was on my coattail. For what?
Because
now you want to
somebody desires you.
Yeah. But there was,
right.
It was
now here's the question. When you had that girlfriend, if you didn't have any other girls on your coattails trying to come at you, do you think she would have been satisfied?
We was cool before that.
There was a certain rush, a certain excitement that she got knowing that all of these women wanted you and she had you. And you can't lie because it's the same on the other side of the boat. Like knowing that there are men out there who are waiting for you to mess up with the woman that you got right now because they want her, and you just like, she mine.
I can say that because I felt like that, but you know how that went down because I was mad because I'm like, yo, bro, come on, dog. You had all this time and you going to wait till I get with the no spot to get attention and want to be out here. So now I look stupid trying to defend my relationship because you want it. Like, bro, you had all this time. You never knew. Now you want to be Mr. I'm tapped in. Oh, I'm about to get that. I wasn't even beefing. You were just like, I want to be with her. So for me, it was like, oh, well, here go all your little nappy head friends want to try to talk to me because you're talking to me now. But before, these are the same ones I've been knowing. I've been knowing them. You was the one that was enjoying my time. I was cool with us until all that extra stuff happened. That's when the problems came in. Because then deception happened. Lies
No,
and deception.
because there was people who desired you or desired her that she allowed to get in.
And that's why I
Well,
said women had the need to want to be with somebody that want to be that got motion. So that's my answer to the question because I asked you initially. So that's my actual answer before you go there. But go ahead.
no, you good. Go ahead.
So yeah, that they had of course they want to be with somebody. No woman don't want to be with no dude that's ugly and he can't pull no other chicks. Because then when they introduce you to their friends gonna roast you. Now you're getting roasted because you ugly.
But it's so weird because, like, when you watch some TV shows, some women like ugly dudes.
They be like, don't nobody want Daryl. Daryl just Daryl. We know he a good dude.
But because she wants Daryl, now other women want Daryl. And now it's like Daryl's now desirable by multiple women.
That is crazy. Because first of all, Daryl, he gonna pull up 10 minutes before you get off every day to get you. He done got you something to eat. At home, he done ran the bath water. He got dinner cooked. You know what I'm saying? Daryl done bought you a nice outfit, so you looking fresh in the office. And you gonna let the other ladies up in the office get your head lumped up because they want to be with Daryl.
And perfect example, right? Perfect example. And I'm not trying to talk too much about dudes, but Biggie Smalls. Rest in peace, Biggie. But my boy was ugly. Cocked eyes, all of that.
My boy was looking in 3 different directions. You can only see 2, but he was looking at 3.
He was fat, ugly, cocked eyes, and this man had little.
And he had a list.
Evans, he had options, and all it took was one woman to say he's desirable for these other women to now flock in. And mind you, he had money in the 90s. He was a celebrity, but still, it's just like it only takes one person to say you're desirable for other people to start flooding in for it to be a thing. And once that goes away, do this woman still want that?
We can include the men on this because men always gonna want to be with a woman that look bad, and therefore it's in the definition. If your girl bad, the other homies gonna be like, yeah, boy, she bad in the mud, or yeah, boy, she fine, boy, Tammy, boy, you know Tammy with the cakes, boy, blah blah blah. That's a given for dudes. That's like a telltale for every male species on Earth. You don't bring the ugly girl around. I mean, if you do, you hide her in the inner circle of your friends know that you talking to the ugly girl. But the people on the outside, they don't know you talking. She hidden down here under some name on your phone. Let's be real. Be real. Be for real.
They be like, who's Jiffy Lube?
Yeah, Jiffy Lube keep calling you.
Jiffy Lube just text you said I love you. Be like, dang, dog. That's my mechanic. Come on now.
Bro, how many times have we seen this story play out? Now we know some girls that is not.
No comment. No comment.
How many times have we seen them with some play and was like, boy, what is you doing? You know what you're doing, and you're not right. You're not right.
But in the same aspect, I think it's more than just like men wanting a woman that's bad. I feel like nowadays, especially as you get older, it's not just having a woman that's bad. It's like, what is she bringing to the table? And a lot of times, what she brings to the table makes her more desirable. And so another man sees that, and he's like, "Oh man, you cooking? You doing this? You doing that? You taking care of like what he needs from you too? Like, dang, if you was with me, I'd be a whole lot better than him. He ain't doing this, he ain't doing that." So
men are notorious for doing that, and that's how we get in the fights and all the above, doing dumb stuff like that. That is real territorial. So if you check out an episode from last season where we talked about when men find out that women cheated versus women finding out that men cheated, when we had an episode where Rich was on there with us as our guest. And men just don't take that well. So we just don't
You know why?
Not wired.
Because she chose somebody else over you.
Yeah, she did. That's the time that they choose. Now the need still, I'm still of the need, but they needed somebody to make them feel something, and at that time it wasn't you. And when you do that, that's how you create evil villains. Men turn into something dark. It's like we turn into the Joker after that.
Mm.
Ain't no coming back. I ain't never seen nobody come back.
So when stuff like that happens, right?
Right?
You think men hold on to that?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
bottle it up, or do you feel like they let it out in different ways?
bro. We don't bottle that up. We let it out. That becomes a persona. If we could put on it's like how Hobson was talking about putting on the Gucci suit in the basement. That's how we put on that suit, boy. Your girl cheat on you. I'm trying to tell you, you can't go back to Malcolm. Malcolm ain't gonna never be Malcolm no more. That boy Cone.
But you think they bottled it up?
Nah, he put it on. He it's on his sleeve. My boy tatted that whole arm sleeve.
I feel like,
Cause, bro, how many times we seen a dude that had his head on straight? He was cool. He was a homie. Didn't do nothing wrong. Got with one girl. She did him dirty. My boy went through a bout of depression. Disappeared for a second. My boy came back with a new fit on, like he was the Red Hood and Batman, bro.
he went away with a fade and came back with locks. What's your name, Future Hendrix?
hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro, and it just been disrespectful to women for the rest of his life. He ain't never want to be in love. He don't trust nobody. He cool with us, but for women, he ain't got nothing for them. Now he ain't abusing them,
but do you think that changes
emotionally? Huh?
Do you think it really changes who he is? Like at the core, if his core is like I was raised to take care of women.
Oh
Just
yeah,
if he went through that one heartbreak, you feel like he abandoned what he was taught.
Bro, you seen the Matrix? What happened when Agent Smith touched you? That's exactly what happened to us. I'm trying to tell you, it almost happened to me, dog. I don't know. I got out of it. I had to go into the jungle for real, though. I didn't make it over to the other side. I was there, but I had to disappear for a hot second. That hurt me, dog. And I think that's the only time men really get vulnerable is when stuff like that happens. And that ain't a trademark secret. So I can say that. And if men tell me, man, I ain't never felt that before, you the first one lying. You a lie. Some girl did something to you at some point in your life, and boy, you was at the crossroads with Bone Thugs and Harmony. Hey, it ain't funny, but it is because they be cool as they with the dudes, but when the women come around, it ain't no love for them. That's just the breaks. I want somebody to tell me. We have somebody say he's saying that a lot. I'm glad. I'm glad somebody else came out and said that because it happened all the time, 24/7. And you try to help your boy get over it. As men, we try to help each other get over it. We don't go too deep, but we try to help. But we just know what it's hitting for. And I just, to this day, I'm just of that belief 100%. I don't think I could come back from it. If I cross the line, I can't come back.
So I used to think, I'm not even gonna say used to. We've seen it, right? We've seen it.
Right.
We've seen dudes we were raised with, good guys, get their heart broke, and then they flip the switch. I mean, look, my boy Eric said he done got done dirty, but he didn't let it define him. He moved on, became a better man. And I'm proud. I'm glad that you were able to, because we see so many who can't. But in this instance, I feel like there's so many resources nowadays, right? Therapy is a lot more common. I know people like throw that out there, like go to therapy. Nothing's wrong with it, right? And I think a lot more men are starting to take advantage of that when situations like they get their heart broken. But then there's a lot of them who still don't believe in it. I would say we're probably at probably like a 20-80 split right now. 20% of men actually like, all right, I'm gonna go to therapy. The other 80% deal with it the old-fashioned way. If they old enough to, let me get a bottle of insert whatever your favorite liquor is. We gonna drink a night away, hang out with the boys, become savage, and do what I got to do. And then there's probably I'd say, that's 75% because 5% of that, 5% of them they don't fall for.
I say that some of us can't save ourselves from falling into it, but a majority of the ones I've seen fall to the other side, even though we got therapy, they don't come back from there, bro. I think it's a total invasion of the infrastructure we have as a man. Like it mentally confuses you when women do stuff like that to you. Because it's like I was content before I met you. I showed you an interest. I genuinely chose you. And then you chose to do that to me because you needed something. And I can't rock with you after that. And you put me out here. It's like having your man card taken. Like when you get that taken from you and you try to recover it, that's like the most gruesome thing you're gonna see a man going through is trying to recover from having his manhood tested.
So do you feel like it hurts a man more or a woman more when they've been in that relationship that breaks them?
I'm always saying man because I'm a man. I do see and sympathize with women in relationships where they get their heart broken and things happen. But a lot of that comes from something that I don't share. And that's the need to deal in my feelings in the mannerisms that they do in relationships. I deal in my feelings enough to where my wife would know that I love her more than anything in the world and that I'm always be there and be supportive. But also it's not too much to the point to where I look weak or like we discussed previously where I look like I can't protect you or I don't have a vision. I don't have a sense of what being a man is, you know? Like I'm not freaking out every time something happens.
Look
Like,
weak to who?
my wife, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I don't deal in my emotions in that sense. I deal in them enough to know, these are loving traits that I have that she loves that I do for her or that I possess for us. But it's not a moment where I'm just always in my feelings 24/7. And I'm not saying that a woman is just in her feelings 24/7. I say about 70% of the time, if not 80, they are in their feelings and it guides a lot of their decisions versus rationality.
I feel like it hits, and this sounds bad, it hits men more. Like it hits men harder when that happens, not because we're more emotional or anything like that. It's completely take the emotions out of it. I feel like women, because women are by nature more emotional, I feel like they can cry, they can deal with those emotions, and then they let them out. And for us, it's like we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to process it, and so we process it the only way we know how, which is let me bottle this up, and I'll get back to it another day, right? And then what ends up happening is we shut off feelings because of that. Hey, oh damn! Last time I did that, I got hurt. It's the analogy of like when you're a kid and your parents say, "Don't touch that stove," and you touch it, and you know now that stove gonna burn my ass when I touch it, so I'm not gonna touch it no more. All right. So with a man, when you go into that relationship, you done got your heart broken, and then you going into the next relationship, and you're like, ah, damn, that stove is hot. If I touch that, I'm gonna get my heart broke again. I'm not doing that. Nope. So you start doing the opposite. So I actually agree with you on this one too.
Yeah, and this is just plain and simple. And I'm saying that from experience. I don't want nobody to misinterpret what I'm saying. I just never made it to the line that I seen my fellow men cross by getting my heart broke, but I have gotten my heart broken and stomped on, and it's hard to overcome that because I felt like I was being vulnerable with that person, and they took advantage of that, and things got twisted up into something that shouldn't have been. And that wasn't the only time, but that was the time that it really impacted me the most, and it made me question who I was, and it made me question the choices I made and the things that were to ensue afterwards. Like I did it, I didn't do it. So I didn't want to be in that situation. That was just crazy to me. So I just made it back from that point where of almost no return. But before it was about to be something else because I
Do you
don't know.
think as there's more light shine or shown on mental health and like therapy and things like the resources that are out there for people, do you think men will eventually become more comfortable using those after that first heartbreak or that big heartbreak where they want to shut everything down?
So are you saying do I think they use that as an excuse to do that?
No, no, I'm saying, do you think like with as much light as we're putting on like resources for mental health or for breakups and all of this, do you think eventually men will start using those more often? Or do you think we're always going to be kind of in this cycle of bottling it up and dealing with it ourselves?
No, I think that's slowly phasing itself out. It's we're stepping into a generation where kids are being more opinionated and wanting to explore or have a sense of freedom. So, in some extent, they are welcoming to the fact that they need to talk to somebody. It's kind of like a weird mix. It's like we kind of half in and half out, but it's a lot more visible than it was in previous years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not opposed to going to go talk to nobody about a problem that I was having or anything like that. And I know some kids would prefer to verbalize their feelings and tell you versus you guessing. Um, my only problem with verbalization is that they don't really explain how they got there. They kind of just tell you that they in that situation and that they experiencing something, like maybe having an episode of being manic or having anxiety. But on the same token, they don't really tell you how they got the anxiety. So it's kind of hard to remedy that situation. But while we're going into this goes to our next segment, which is called temperature check. And this is where we check the status of the mental. How are you doing mentally? Like, what are you doing to take care of your mental? So, the question that was reiterated for was, do men hold on to everything, or do we bottle it up, or do we let it go and seek help? So, I would say that the dynamic is switching, and it's a little bit more comfortable and not embarrassing to be going to go see a therapist or talking about it because you want to be better. I think we get to the point where you want to be better, you want to be stronger. Nobody want to be just up in the house angry all the time, 24/7. Because then you start getting into stuff you don't want to get into, which is like addiction or some pretty bad habits that you start developing that don't look so good on the community.
I agree. Oh, things got a little deep there, man.
They get like that sometimes. However, I still think that when we get into that situation with relationships, that's one of the toughest things. That got to be top three for a man is when a woman cheat on him. He can say he don't care, that he don't love her, it doesn't matter. And the inside, that man devastated.
Did we have this talk on the podcast? Did we talk about the whole like if she cheats on you? I feel like we talked about this together, but not on the cast.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We talked about it on the last season when we were Rich, and Rich was the same mindset. I just can't picture that, and we put ourselves in the shoes for the viewers, and that was like if my wife like did that to me, dog. Like I can't be the same.
This kind of falls back to like bottling it up or going to therapy because this really just brought out my answer because I think we had a conversation like a week or two ago, and it was like, oh, some people are in love, and even when they cheat, like if somebody cheat on them, they still have feelings or still have love for them.
Yeah,
And,
I was
and I think I told you like if that were me, I'd shut it off immediately.
Yeah, that's
which
you.
which is
That's you.
hard, but it's like I would lose so much respect for that person that I don't know if I'd be in love with that person. I couldn't be in love with that person.
I ain't by no means a perfect man in no shape, form, or sense. However, it's a method to the madness, and so when certain things happen, you get a certain reaction. It's like science. You can't have you can't have a reaction without an action. I probably said that wrong, but that's cool. But you can't. I
No,
can't touch the table, and the table don't touch me back, huh?
you said right.
I'm like, it's nothing you could do where something don't happen. Like it's because there's no reason for you to do nothing. Now you could talk about it, talk it out, and go see. And if you don't talk it out, and you did say something, and somebody don't do something, you can't be mad at their reactions. And I hate that I said something. If someone cheats on you, and then you talk about it with that person, why they cheating on you, and they tell you, and then you don't feel no sense of I should do something to prevent it, or you just pawn it off on, oh, if that person wanted to do that, then you don't need to be in that relationship. Nobody just cheats to cheat.
Look, I'm right there with you, Eric. I feel
Nobody.
like when somebody cheats, it's like that love that I had immediately shuts off. Like it's no longer like I just can't love you the same way. And if I
And
can't wait, hold on. And if I can't love you the same way, I can't say that I love you because that love gets replaced by anger, by dislike, by distrust, by all of these other feelings that I can't say I love somebody, but I distrust them or I dislike them or like there's so much that goes along with it. And I'm with you, it'd be over from there. Like there could be no possibility. And if it were if roles were reversed and I was the one who cheated, which that's not in my character, but I was the one who cheated, and she came to me with that same feeling. Like I gotta eat that.
you do, but things ain't so streamlined for me because for one, if it's like you said, so many things that factor into it. One is if we even went specifically into details, so we can revisit it just for this 1 second, and that is if it was physical cheating that was involved, I cannot be a part of it because my brain ain't wired to handle that. Like that's a whole nother like a whole nother personality, a whole nother, you know, situation. And then your example was, what if it was like just texting? No, that was Rich that said it was just texting. And then you was like, what if it was just like, oh, you went out to such and such with this person, but nothing happened. So that's like
Emotion.
emotional cheating. So it's like, is that cheating or is it not? Because if we going by the original stance of cheating, the thought of you thinking of being with another woman or another man outside the person you with is cheating. Whether you touch them, text them, whatever, you already cheated because you thought about it. But for today's day and age, we're gonna say for people meeting up and getting sneaky links and all that stuff, man, it's different degrees to it. It's still wrong, but you're not liable to get yeeted out the door over some stuff, because you could talk to me about it. But if you just out here physically cheating left and right or whatever, you might as well pack it up because I ain't got no words for you. And
For
that's
me,
definitely a loss of respect or a loss of whatever. Now, if you said something to somebody, you text somebody, I'm still going to be mad and be like that, but you're going to have to run that conversation. Because I felt like if you was going to go that far to do that, you could have talked to me. You could have said something. And if you said something you didn't feel like it was being heard, you could have pushed the needle instead of doing that.
for me, the physical cheating is one thing, right? You were attracted to them, you went out and slept with them, you did whatever. It's over. Like we done for. But at least like I know you went out there and you acted on what feelings you were feeling, right? The emotional cheating. That's one that like physical cheating, I might forget. Oh, and oh, this hurts, right? Physical cheating. I might be able to forgive you in the future. And that's hard. That's hard because like I don't want to say I'm gonna hold on or harbor to like dislike or hate or anything like that. But it
Right.
would take a lot for me to forgive you for physically going out and cheating on me. But if you emotionally cheated on me, like if I found out you invested time into this man, you fell in love with this man, you were probably telling him, pillow talking with this man, telling him stuff about me behind my back. Like I don't know what you done told this man, what you haven't told this man, what all he know about our, like that breaks a whole barrier of trust. Like and physical cheating breaks a barrier of trust, but that breaks like a whole different barrier because I've told you more than I've told anybody else in this world. Like as a man, I'm not out here telling everybody everything of how I feel. And I've told this woman everything that I need to tell her with the hopes that I can trust and you're going to keep it. And then you go out and emotionally cheat. You tell this person other stuff. Or even if you don't, it doesn't matter because to me, you have broken that trust in that aspect to where I don't even know if I can trust you. Like even if you didn't sleep with him, I don't know what you have said to this person about us, about me, what he said back, y'all in love. Yeah, I that's a whole different level that I don't know if I could personally forget.
You see how you just drummed all that up? That's why I said the man's mind is crazy. They be talking about women. Nah, man mind get diabolical. And that proved my point right there because you went so deep into this scenario about something that ain't happened.
Right, but
I know it
the
was.
thing is too, like it's because it's so for most men, it's so difficult for us to share feelings.
You ain't got to justify it, dog. I'm right with you because I ain't got a
But
scenario
it's
like
not just
that.
for
But
you, it's for everybody else that's out there too. Like it's it's hard for men to justify sharing feelings, right? Or to share feelings. And when we do, and that trust get broken, when we find out that those same things we told you were being shared with other people, that breaks a different level of trust. And like I get it from like if we had a female on here and she was giving her perspective, I would get it as well, except, not making excuses, but I do feel like most women share their feelings a lot easier than most men. So when we feel like we've shared it with one or two people and one of those two people have broken that trust, yeah. And I don't blame you, Eric. I would probably never speak to her again. If and mind you, me and my wife have kids. I trust my wife implicitly, and I don't. I've never had a single worry about that ever happening.
I don't have a worry that it's gonna happen either. But however, should that ever be the case, then you heard it here first. I'm just not with that.
But
Because
we were just saying that.
you could have told me. I'm not. I feel like I'm not a complicated person to talk to. You could have told me. We could have figured it out what it was. Or if you was gonna do that, we could have amicably spit. Oh, I just bit my tongue. We could have amicably
You about to say
spit.
you could have added him to the relationship. What you about? No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, we could have just split or did whatever. Or just like, are you really in it? If we got a question, or if you got to be with me. So if you got to question it, like, do you really want to be with me? Because you take a commitment to be with somebody forever. Like, we don't really think about what forever is. Forever could be the next day, 2 weeks from now, because you don't know when you're gonna die. So
Which
you
brings
got
me
to
back.
be there,
You
the good
choosing
times and
you.
bad. And everybody not gonna look good to be 22, 25. Everybody body parts ain't gonna be sitting up where they supposed to be 10, 20 years from now. You got kids, y'all been living the life and stuff happens. So you just got to take all those things into mind. And sometimes we forget about it and we sacrifice those things in the
You
heat of
say
the
that,
moment.
but we just turned 62 and we still looking like we in our 20s, 30s.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. That's some naps, but
All right, let's
we gonna go
end
on
this
to
on a lighter note because
we go
that
ahead.
went way
No,
more.
that went where it needed to go. And that those are conversations that get the brain moving. You see, I'm moving in this chair. I can't sit still. I got ADHD. No disrespect to the people who do got that. But we're gonna move over to our next segment called I Never Knew. So I Never Knew is where we talk about subjects that intrigue us or real facts. Could be anything, little fun stuff. So recently I found out that dolphins is more nefarious than we thought they was. We already told you dolphins be dragging people down the caves and having their way with them or leaving them there.
Mhm.
And, you know, this is like a gang of dolphins that do this. However,
People think dolphins are innocent,
no,
so they wrap their man meat around you and pull you underwater, and then they have their way with you. And it's not
essentially
one
drowning
dolphin;
you.
it's a group of dolphins will have their way with you. And mind you, they have done this to other animals. It's been supposed that they've done it to humans. There's caves, there are dolphin caves that they do this in. The issue is, well, I guess it's probably a plus for you. If you were a human and a dolphin pulled you under, you would drown before they got to you. So that's a
That's
benefit.
the upside. No, they're gonna get your body
You'll
back.
also never find your body. Yeah,
Yeah, probably won't find your body after it's been
the
violated.
dolphins will.
Apparently, dolphins are struck again because I didn't know that dolphins purposely inflate toxic puffer fish to get high in a group. They grab the
Get out of here.
dolphin. They grab the excuse me, I said they grab the dolphin. They grab the puffer fish and intentionally aggravate it. And when they puff up and release the toxins, it gives them a sense of tranquility. So it makes them relax, but essentially it makes them high. And they drag it through the water to the other dolphins, and they keep smacking it back and forth, just getting high off of this puffer fish.
Does it survive?
The puffer fish lives. They usually don't kill it because they want to get high with it again, or they find that same one. And they intentionally go out and seek this mud throughout the day. So they just swimming normally, living their life. And one dolphin decide, you know what, I'm gonna find us a puffer fish. And they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. Mind you, the toxin it's releasing can kill other stuff. So it's killing everything else, but the dolphins get high off of it. They don't die from that.
That's wild.
And it's
Similar
even
dolphin.
considered hallucinogenic. So not only are they high, they be hallucinating. So
That's
this probably
why
explains
they
why
pull people
dolphins
down into the caves.
they do what they do, bro.
They be gone.
I just can't believe that. And they caught this on camera. So this ain't a speculation. They seen it happen. They seen it.
All right.
Why are
So
dolphins so
all them,
why are
all
dolphins
them,
so malicious? This messed my whole life up.
yeah,
I
I'm about to say
never
all the people who think dolphins are cute. Nah, fam.
and so the videos you see when women be sitting on the little dock and they be at like SeaWorld and all that, and the dolphin come up there and they be humping and they be like, oh, that dolphin be
You
doing some
yeah.
things.
Let that trainer turn his head and you done for.
It's over. You in the ocean.
He about to
Under
snap
the sea.
like a puffer fish.
I just like, bro, it's no way. So dolphins just gangbangers at this point.
Oh my gosh. Dolphins are savage, man.
Duh. And to even top that off, that ain't it. I didn't know that you banned from communicating with a dolphin. Did you know you could talk to dolphins?
No.
So apparently dolphins can talk to you and they got a machine that can like translate what a dolphin is saying, like the sound waves or and it'll tell you stuff that it's seen in the sea. So apparently dolphins were getting trained to swim across the sea to the ops and they were seeing what was over there and then they would come back and they would tell the people on the other side what was going on or what was in the water. So they had to ban it. So that was a tactic that was being used and they had to stop it. So I don't know if everybody agreed to stop doing it. Some people probably still do it or receive it in some way, but you can't have dolphins
How would they
delivering
know?
information like that.
How would they know? Is the dolphin wearing U.S. colors or Chinese colors or what?
I don't know. They was training the dolphins. I don't know if they was feeding the dolphins specifically, or the dolphins was coming back during wartime and they was giving them the tea, bro, off the signals. They was reading it off the sonars, and they was telling them where stuff was, and they was navigating around landmines. And they was finding out where troops was. I was like, that's crazy. So you can't talk to dolphins because they know too much. So then that begs the difference. Well, since we can't go where dolphins can go, and they telling you what's on the seafloor and what's down there, is that another reason that we can't talk to the dolphins? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand. Why would you want to talk to a dolphin anyway? Dolphins out here killing people. They repping the sea.
They the original gangsters of the sea. There's only one animal that I feel like is more savage than a dolphin.
We're not even finna go there. You still worried about these things?
I don't know why, just random facts that I find. And then I'll be like, damn, these animals are savage out here.
Why does this animal bother you so much? Go ahead and tell them what it is, because I want them to know.
It's the whale.
A whale? I thought you was gonna say a raccoon.
Oh no, I don't like raccoons, but the killer whale literally kills not penguins, seals for fun. Won't even eat it.
The seal was massive.
Won't even eat it. Like a seal can be going after a penguin to eat, right? But when a whale comes up on the seal, it gets underneath it, flips its tail, and sends it up at least 15 feet in the air. And then when it comes back down, it circles back around and flips it again until it's dead. And once
That's
it's
crazy.
dead,
So it's dying of like a panic attack then.
It's just the way it keeps hitting the water. You go 15 feet in the air and come down and hit the water the wrong way. Yeah, after 5 or 6 times of that, you done for.
That's crazy.
It flips his ass up 15 feet. It comes back down, hits that water, does it a few times, and then you would think, I just killed my food. I'm about to eat this and be. Nah, he just swam away. He like, that was fun.
So do you think when a killer whale kill a seal and laugh?
Yeah. I saw a video. This is what got me into it. I saw a video of a seal, and it had jumped into it was on the ice ice out there, and the whale had came by, and it hit the ice to break it to try to knock the seal into the water.
Right.
And as soon as the seal fell in the water, the seal hurried up and swam, and then jumped on a boat with humans. And the humans were like trying to get him off of the boat at first because the whale was gonna knock their boat over. But the seal would not go back in. He was like, "Nah, y'all ain't sending my ass in there. If I die, you die." And then it took me down this rabbit hole of literally watching whales knock their ass up in the air 15 feet.
To see a seal 15 feet in the sky is just crazy. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
15 feet, that's high.
Yeah.
In the middle of the ocean.
I know. Just random. Like and there actually have been people who are like just on the boat riding, and you'll see a seal fly up in the air because of a whale. I'm gonna have to send you the video. We'll put the video on the page so y'all can see that a little bit later.
Hey, it's gonna be with no context neither. We're just gonna pull it up and you're gonna see a seal flying up in the sky for nothing.
Oh man. All right, man. Well, that I think we should call that the show for today.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Hold on. Before we wrap this comment came in. I feel like we got to read that.
He said the falcon that punches his prey was crazy to me. They go into a steep, deep dive and punch their prey in the head with a balled up foot at high speed. Yo, if that's not petty, I don't know what it is. Because you didn't have to do that to kill it.
And then you fly away like it ain't nothing. Like I'm gonna fly by, punch you in your head, going 60 miles per hour, and then I'm gonna fly away. That's going on the page too.
Yeah, we got more facts about these animals because I didn't found out the animals really just be living. I guess when you outside all day, you got to find something to do. But some of these animals take it to a new level, and I don't think that as humans we that petty. Not even close.
Some of us, Mike Tyson, back in his
Some of
prime.
us. It's a catastrophe.
All right, y'all. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We want y'all to go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all social media. Before we forget, the podcast, BWF the podcast on TikTok. And then if you want to be a guest on the episode, let us know. Write us on the page, inbox us, and we'll get you on.
Yeah, and if you ever got a question, a topic you want us to talk about, something you want to hear about, or you just want to hear our opinion and hear us talk, let us know. We down for that. DM us. You can pop it up live. We got recordings. Definitely hit our TikTok up because we're trying to grow. We're trying to blow up like a big back dude when they eat French fries.
With the mashed potatoes.
But we out. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.